Well, welcome to my first video on YouTube. I'm going to start by introducing myself and let you know what my plan is for this channel. Single mother. My daughter is Amaya, she's 7, and my son is Jaden, and he's 6. I'm originally from New York. I've been living in Connecticut for about 15 years now, and I come from a very rough upbringing. And I have stories to tell for days. And I've been contemplating for a very long time on if I should create this channel or not. So, I want it to be where people can come and chat and talk about anything and everything that they're going through, what they went through, their stories, their past, their future, and not be judged. And to feel like this is a safe zone for them. So I'm going to start off by saying that like I said, I come from a very rough upbringing. I was in the foster care system. I was brought up in an alcoholic and drug abused home. I do have 2 other siblings. I have an older sister and a younger brother. I'm the middle child. So here it goes. So I was born in 1984. And like I said, I was the second child born. And my mother was highly into drugs and alcohol. While pregnant with me and pregnant with my sister and pregnant with my brother. My father was in another relationship with another woman, and he was going back and forth. My dad was highly into drugs himself. He was a truck driver at the time as well, so he traveled a lot and left myself and my siblings home with my mom. And he also left us at home with my godparents, who also were alcoholics. Pretty much my whole family was either an alcoholic or a drug addict. So, further along, I was born very sick. I was born with pneumonia. I ended up having pneumonia 3 times. And I had a lot of, rough times growing up, getting through the years. And as I got older, my mom ended up splitting up with my dad or whatnot, and we were living in New York, and she ended up getting into a relationship with another man who was a crackhead and very abusive to myself and my siblings. He used to beat us every day. He used to beat my mom. I remember one time he was beating my mom so bad that I jumped on his back to try to stop him, and he flung me across the room. And here I am, like 90 pounds, malnutrition, because my mom was an alcoholic, and all of our money went to her habits. And so it was very rough. I've walked in on my mom having sex with bums, and we were beaten almost every day. We were woken up by our hair being pulled because my mom had lost something that she couldn't find because she was so intoxicated and blamed it on us. She would, blame us for everything. It was all always our fault and whatnot. Then, as I got older, the social services got involved, and they started showing up at our school and, asking questions. And of course, I was young. I was afraid to say, like, yeah, I'm being beaten, I'm being abused or whatever. I was just like, everything is fine. But there was stories, my mom's sister, who ended up passing away from cancer, had got the state involved as well. And they reached out to my dad, and supposedly my dad said he couldn't take us, or he did want us, but that's beside the point. Push forward to where we got put into foster care. My sister was put somewhere else because she was actually pregnant when we got taken away, and so they had to put her in a group home for teenage moms. So my brother and I got to stay together. So we got put into a foster home, and it wasn't all good in that foster home. It was rough, And I was grateful that I had my little brother with me. And I was very overprotective with him. And, you know, it was rough also living in that foster home because they had 3 kids of their own, plus another foster child. And then there's me and my brother that were added onto this family. So that's 6 kids altogether for this husband and wife, which is a lot. And, you know, I was set in my ways being with them. And, you know, I was very scared to be around men because I was molested and raped by my uncle when I was younger, and that's more stories that I can get into if anyone wants to ask questions or wants to know about it and how, you know, I got through it and what I did. So then we ended up moving to Florida with the foster family. It didn't work out. They wanted to, you know, put my brother on Ritalin and said that he was ADHD and whatnot. And, you know, I was like, no, absolutely not. So I contacted my social worker who was living in New York and told her, like, listen, this isn't working out. We need to move back to New York. So my sister was older then, and she actually went and met with a new foster family because she was living in New York, and we ended up moving in with them. This was a little bit different because they had no children, and they would just have me and my brother. And I was older. I was 14 going on 15 when I moved in with this family, and I love them to death to this day. They ended up adopting me and my brother. But like I said, I was set in my ways, and my attitude and whatnot, you know, was not going to change. And luckily enough, my brother was a little bit younger, so they were able to mold him into what they wanted him to be, per se. But me, I was set in my ways. So at the age of 18, I moved out and moved in with my sister and never went back. We talked, but we're not as close as I would like us to be. And, you know, it's just rough. So I wanted to create this channel to have people reach out to me and ask me for advice and tell me their stories and let me give them a word of advice or an inspirational video, you know. Like, I am very proud of the woman I have become, and I'm very proud of where I am today in my life. It wasn't easy. It wasn't done overnight. I still have some battles here and there, you know, self-confidence and self-esteem and trusting a man and being open and forthcoming to new people in my life. You know, I have that. So I want you to please feel free to reach out to me, contact me, whatever you want. We can chit chat. You can join my live videos. You can join my channel, subscribe to my channel, and let's take it from there. So this is my first channel, and I look forward to hearing from everybody. I hope that I'm able to inspire some people and we can inspire one another and hopefully maybe become a family. So this is me signing out. I thank you, and I look forward to talking to all of you. Bye.